Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Coach Gary here at G Daddy Media, and we're at the nightcap tonight. North Carolina just defeated Boston College to keep their hopes alive for not only the ACC tournament but the NCAA tournament. And now we have North Carolina State number 6 versus number 11 Virginia Tech. All games at the Greensboro Coliseum, and right now North Carolina State leading by 1.3 to 2 in the game that tip off was just about a minute ago. So thank you all that decide that you want to hang out a little bit and watch this game. We'll definitely be here until at least halftime.
Move those feet, making moves in the post. He transferred in from Winthrop, where he played for Pat Tennessee, who's now the head coach at Charleston. Just punched their ticket in the NCAA tournament. But he started his career at Tennessee. You know, people think, oh, he's a mid-major player transferred to NC State. No, he started at Tennessee. Played well down the stretch. Honorable mention all ACC this season. The threw on a strong move at Bell Smith with a rebound. Good job by NC State. The stadium.
I'll be changing my score, which takes a while to do, at the next dead ball. Burns with it for State. Spin move. Misses this one. 4-2 is the score. That ball was driven in there and kicked back out by Mutz. Smith with a bank shot for North Carolina State. And State goes up by 4. 6-2 is the score.
Aggressiveness took Brady on Smith to start this game. All ACC second team, as was his teammate Phil Joyner. A lot of good games, 32 against FSU, 25 against Georgia Tech. He gets hot, and he can get rolling.
Mutz drives. Try to do a right-hand layup on the left-hand side. I tell you what, guys, that is a bad move more than it is a good move. And State gets it down easily. That was Joyner with a nice pass. Got that down to Grant.
He can score quickly in transition. That's not going to go as a fast break basket, but it was early offense. Score they can. 78 points again, number 2 in the conference. Off the pick, Collins got a good look.
Good move by Collins to get his man in the air. And he puts in 2 points.
That's Smith off the floor.
Flip for Profits, what's up? Yeah, I'm a Carolina fan, but I'm definitely going for State in this one. Anything that's got North Carolina in front of it, I got to go for that. Burns loses it. Didn't see the double team coming. That was Basile. Kicked at the Mutz. Mutz tried to get it down low. Was deflected. I think that was Joyner. He takes a long three. Kind of quick. Mutz with the rebound. I think it was Padula to Mutz. Back to Padula. Screen set. Padula kicks it. It's stolen. Looks like Joyner's going to have a lay-in, and he does. State handling things right now. 10-4 is the score. Padula to Mutz. I'm going to hear that a lot. Collins pulls a 3 this time. Off the mark. Rebound. Joyner for State comes down the right side. Now he crosses over against the center court. He pulls a 3. Joyner not going to be denied tonight. Hits a 3. I like the guys for State. They play hard. I'll go for them as long as they're not playing North Carolina. Mutz knows he's got to do something. Gets it down to the big man. And he is fouled on the play. All right, so we got our first time out, and our first time out, North Carolina State doing business. They've got the lead over Virginia Tech right now. All right, so 13-6 is our score. All right, we have one person to stop by. Flip for profit. Thank you for hanging out, or at least leaving a comment. We're going to be here at least for the first half. Not a lot of scores yet, but we can look at the box scores for Virginia Tech. Basil 2 points, Mutz 2 points, and Collins 2 points. Padula has not been able to shoot the ball yet, and Couture, who is a pretty good outside shooter, has not been able to get one up yet. For North Carolina State, Gant has 2 points. Burns has 1 point. Smith 5, and Joyner 5. Those two guards, boy, I tell you, they could be twins. Well, not actually twins, but they both play reckless abandon. All right, thank you guys for joining me. Do me a favor, because it helps the channel out. Hit that like button. At least leave a comment, and I appreciate it. Let's see how that's working, by the way. Six views, 0 likes. Well, coach, you gotta do a little better, brother. You gotta do a little better. Ooh, nice shot.
As long as he's inside the half court, he can put it up. As I said, he's been scuffling with that three and only hitting 33% for the season. He's taken over 250 in about 8.5 attempts a game. But he's fired here early tonight. Greensboro. Coliseum himself doing such a good job defensively, switching off, one-up dribble handoffs and exchanges. But he needs that much room to fire and hit. The 6'1" sophomore can also really get rolling beyond the three-point line. Padula went to Edmond Memorial High School in Oklahoma. You know who else went there? He did. Phil Self. Phil Self claims to be the best player ever.
10 and 16. Loose ball gathered by Joyner.
Getting free. And NC State going free and easy. They are really spreading this Virginia Tech defense out. They have to go out so far to guard Smith and Boyd. But spotted up and fouled on the play. 13:47 left here in the first half. What do you say in the scouting report? Close out to Jaquavion Smith at 29-30 feet. And then a little screen up top, and then a rescreen in the slot. And Tawana just rolls right to the basket, nobody able to pick him up. That's why you want to run so much out of the middle of the floor. It's so hard for help to cover all that. You run it from the side, help is position. You run it from the middle, it's more difficult for help to recover. Black picked up his first foul. Padula will try another at this time. Swung inside again, and once again the finish by Tawana. The floor is so spread.
Might have traveled a little bit right there, but doesn't count. Doesn't hurt.
Just a lot of space on the court. The court's 50 feet wide, and right now, NC State's using every inch of it. And you're finding the big, the 6'11 junior. That's going to be a whistle inside. NC State averages about 13 assists a game, but
I think Madula picks up a foul there.
Just a little rub and then a roll to the basket. Those little random screens in transition, early drag. But sometimes you don't even have to set the screen. You're so worried about the ball that the screener becomes open on the roll. Poaching at the line, NC State hot. They have made 8 out of 10. To open up a 22-11 lead. Collins hits the bench. And Poaching will get another. And big DJ Burns.
Burns wanting to get back in the game. Not right now, big man.
Too bad he doesn't have any personality. Yeah, he's not having any fun playing the game. It's real drudgery with a 6'9" grad from South Carolina. When NC State plays a home game, DJ Burns gets the ball. The crowd starts cheering just when he gets it. Before he does anything, they love him.
NC State 8-point lead right now.
He said some big games against Wake, 31 points.
And they have the ball, bring it down the court.
Jump shot on the way, and that won't fall, but everything else has been falling early on.
Burns picks up the loose ball.
As Burns hit the line, Marcelo drive it. He takes the foul.
And Marcelo's foul attacking the basket.
Rodney Rice just was bending over for that ball. You got to get possession. Possession's more important than position, and it's more important than trying to take it the other way. You got to get the ball first. And Rice was there to get it. He was hurt earlier in the season. He is a talented offensive player that is going to be really, really good. Marcelo drops in the first over Virginia Cavalier. Played 2 years for Tony Bennett at Virginia. And getting 42% beyond the three-point line. That's the best among the regulars. And he had 15 points the last time these two teams played. He's such a good defender. And the balance of the guards.
Padula bringing it up for Virginia Tech.
All scored and pretty good defenders. Marcelo, I think, is the best of the three.
Couture fouled on the play.
Ran past it, 6-foot sophomore with number 1. Couture is such a good cutter. Constant motion and his shot preparation. He's ready to shoot it when the ball arrives. It makes him even more dangerous. 43% at the three-point line. The spin by Padula. He finished the play.
Padula is D'd up. Smith. Nice move, son. He flexes on him.
Well, he's seeing a big basket right now. He's attacking at both ends of the floor. Quick 10 points for him. Great early sign here for Wolfpack.
Couture trying to get open. He wants to pull it. Call for the travel. Jug that pivot foot.
Trajan Smith averages about 17 points per game.
And we got a timeout. All right, the game just started, basically. But North Carolina State is controlling it. Actually, it's 11:50 left in the first half, 12-23. North Carolina State shooting 75% from the floor to Virginia Tech's 36.4. State shooting 60% from behind the arc. They're 3 of 5. Virginia Tech 1 of 4 for 25%. Free throws is in one category that Virginia Tech's doing very well in. They've only shot 3, but they've hit all of them. North Carolina State is 50%. State is out rebounding Virginia Tech 8-4. There's your assists, steals, blocks. North Carolina State has 5 assists to Virginia's 3. Turnovers 3-1. North Carolina State winning in that category also, and their largest lead has been 11, which is what they have right now. In the box scores, Virginia Tech, Basile, 3 points. Mutz, Collins, and Poteet all have 2. Padula has a 3-point shot. For North Carolina State, Gant, 2 points. Burns, the big man in the middle, 1 point. Hadn't been able to get off yet. Smith leading all scorers with 10 points. Marcel has 1. Joyner has 5. Dewana, the big man for State, has 4 points. So right now, State taking it to them on offense, and I definitely like the guard play defensively for State. They're doing a good job on keeping Virginia Tech's guard from even getting wide open shots. And Mutz is trying his best for Virginia Tech, but he's not able to get off either. Only scored 2 points so far. But we're back.
Exactly right, Holly. He is a really smart IQ basketball player. But you know, to solve this whole employee issue, just hire the guys as assistant coaches. Offensive hero Burns, played through the 12. He's also
Next step, I will look and see if anybody's in foul trouble. Burns just called for an offensive foul.
Senior at Orlando. And just the first time they played, Mutz got airborne, left it short, fouled the miss. Right back up, and almost went, but he'll be at the line. Justin Mutz is a really good rebounder. Started his career at High Point, up to Delaware, and to Virginia Tech. He got 2 master's degrees already.
Wow, 2 masters.
Rebounder on this team, 8th in the league, just under 8 rebounds a game. Talk about a respected player around the league that really does everything out there. Great passer, outstanding defender. Reeves, I asked him on the phone a month ago, I said, "Go up to the doctor. Is that in your future?" He said, "Well, I'm not thinking about it right now, but maybe down the line."
Way to go, young man. Degree in physiology and psychology, agricultural, and life science, master's degree, 2 masters. Wow.
62%. 4 points so far tonight. By the way, 2 fouls on DJ Burns.
All right, 14-23. Virginia Tech just trying to stay connected to North Carolina State. Burns back on the bench.
Right now, Virginia Tech, they've been getting spread out. And you have to stay on NC State's best shooters, and that's gonna spread you out a little bit. But the upside has to be active, and you have to move on the fly of the ball in order to stay with NC State. Bartow Pointer backing up, averaging 17. So, wants to drive it. Keeps on working. Can't finish the shot though. He did everything but. NC State switching a lot of exchanges. They've been aggressive. Kid for kid.
Oh, come on, kid. You got to finish that.
It's going to be batted out. He's going to stay on this end with 10 and a half to go. And one kid is at 4 double-figure games this year. He had 14 points and 5 rebounds.
That would have been a nice assist for Rice.
We'd love to have that one back. That was an easy one. And he makes 66% of his shots, but that one was not dropped. Nice job by Jack Clark to really stay with Couture off that staggered screen. Kid giving up the dribble. Shot clock at 8.
Collins walled off. Shots good to kid, does. Good if it goes. Vasily. Joyner. Jumper is off the mark. Rebound. Rice. Rice inside out dribble, picks up his dribble. Can't find anybody to hand it to. Now he finally gets it to Collins. Collins back to Kidd. Couture trying to find his way. Gets it up. Can't finish. Smith for a 3. Good gracious. He's just throwing it up from anywhere and it's hitting. Joyner's called for the foul.
That's beyond the range. He's 3 steps outside the 3-point line. And Hunter Couture is a really good defender, but you don't think about, you need to Fabian Smith, but you don't think about, man, I got to pick him up at 26 feet and make sure he doesn't pull up after they stop the ball. So much for a shooting slump. So we race at the line here for the Hokies. He drops into the line.
Rice rattles in the first.
So they need someone to get a hot hand. Virginia Tech has missed 6 consecutive shots. NC State's done such a good job of staying with cutters. And a great pressure option for doing sticking with Hunter Couture on every street.
Yeah, I hear you, Michael.
They switch to take something away.
I've got to. They got that NC in front of their name.
They could be really disruptive. He's calling for play.
Even though I was born in Virginia. Man. Smith's filling it in the first half.
He's going to go by you. You give him some space, he's going to pull up and knock in a 25-footer. It's 15 points.
Kid dribbles, goes behind his back, hands out to Collins. Collins behind his back. Gets to the elbow, free throw line. Got caught in the air, didn't have enough strength to get to the basket. Joyner. That Marcel for three is good. Virginia's gonna have to call a timeout.
You're not going to have to go to replay to see if their focus on the lines. My goodness, what a shooting exhibition from deep from the NC State Wolfpack.
2 on Burns. Yep. All right, in fact, there's a timeout. So with this timeout, let's take a look. See if there's anybody else in any kind of foul trouble. Michael Smitty and Flip for Profits in the house tonight. Leaving some comments. I appreciate it. All right, for Virginia Tech, no one's in foul trouble. Mutz and Padula both have 1. But for State, Burns has 2. Everyone else who has a foul only has 1. Yeah, Flip, for Profits, I know how you feel because that's how Baycott for North Carolina does. No, we're lucky if he can get to the halfway point sometimes in the first quarter without having 2 fouls. And I think it's because he hasn't been taught to get his hands up and play defense with his feet. He always has his hands down. He's always pushing on the guy. I tell my big guys, look, you work hard on defense. You only have a few steps in that paint. You got a few steps in that paint. If he goes this way, to move your feet, or this way, move your feet. There's no need to have your hands down here. Because if your hands are down here and he goes up, technically the ref could possibly call a foul every time if you're pushing him like that. So get your hands up, move your feet with the guy. All right, already have your hands up. So you're what is Armando 6'10"? So you got your hands up. You're over 7 foot tall. So that guy is gonna basically have to change his shot to shoot it. Now the guy he was guarding today, post may not have to change his shot too much because he's already 7 foot. But anyway, that's still an obstacle you got to shoot. You have to shoot over. So why have your hands down here? And then once he starts shooting, then get your hands up. Why? You might as well have your hands up here. If your hands are already up here and you've got good footwork, you're moving your feet, a lot of times guys will just kick that ball out. I can't shoot over that. I can't shoot over that, especially if they don't have a fall away jump shot. They're not a Kevin Durant. But yeah, I said all that to say I feel you shaking my head with Burns already with 2 fouls. All right, we're back.
3-5 out of 7 to open up a 31-16 lead. North Carolina went easily over BC tonight. They face number 2 seed Virginia in the quarters tomorrow. Whenever this one will take on the 3 seed Clemson. NC State shooting has been the headline and the thing we're going to talk about. But their defense has been pretty good.
Mutz finally gets another score on the board.
Just went right through his chest, but we haven't seen a lot of easy shots for Virginia Tech in this first half. Sure it happens. Different story for Wolfpack because he's shooting from midcourt. Lana getting active here in the first half. He's had a couple of baskets, not this time. Smith double team,
I like the way State gets that ball out of their hands quickly when there's a double team. They find the open guy quick. That's the easiest shot right there for Virginia Tech. And Mutz has two scores in a row. Best thing you can do for a scorer is to let them see the ball go in the basket a few times. State with a quick shot. Yep, if the Hokies can score right here, State might have to get a timeout. Dula finds Mutz. Mutz basically had the lane to herself, and then they crowded it up. Steal by State. Smith, and it's showtime. Gets that over to Joyner. Now Madula and Kid say, hey, we can do that on this end too, baby. Joyner with the between the legs step back is good. 22-35. Virginia Tech had a little bit of momentum there, but State matched it. So with a little more than 5, and then 5.5 minutes left on the clock, 5:49. Look at the Duke and Carolina boys sitting up there at the top. Like I said, it was matched. The scoring of Virginia Tech was matched by State, and so no harm done. State still up. Marcel finds Smith. And they're not going to let Smith shoot anymore. Good defense by Couture. Smith pulls anyway. Oh, and he's fouled shooting a 3-point shot. Come on, Couture. Kelsey's chilling in the Greensboro Coliseum.
You see them down in Miami, I guess. Talk about casual Friday, my goodness. You're professionals, gentlemen. Wear a tie. They are a lot of fun to listen to.
Smith hits the front end of the rim. Guarantee this one doesn't hit any rim. Guarantee it. He's going to splash this one. Oh, my gosh. 2 in a row. Rile the front end of the rim. So I guess if I say he's going to hit the front of the rim this time, he'll splash it through and not hit any. There you go. And State picks up full court. Full court man-to-man. All right, thank you, Padula. Two guys on the floor, Couture, Vasily. Couture, Vasily, and Padula.
It's been so difficult for Virginia Tech to make passes against the NC State defense. They wound up dribbling more than Mike Young would like. I think it was Vasily hitting his own team, yeah. And it fell right over the top of him.
Oh, yes, Coach got one like. That's one better than 0.
His own elbow. Grant Vasily, 6'9" grad from Wisconsin. And so, Couture shooting a 1-1.
Actually, I may have more than that. I think my broadcast is a little bit slow.
And they're confirming the shooter. That's the reason Clarence Armstrong is over there at the monitor. 36-22 advantage for NC State. They look good from Johnston.
Where did I hear that song at yesterday? At the YMCA. All right, so it is confirmed Virginia and North Carolina, 7 o'clock tomorrow, guys. Check me out. Let's see if this Tar Heel gang can keep their NCAA hopes alive, because we are first four out. Yep, first four out. Don't win this tournament. I don't think we don't have a leg to stand on about getting to postseason. Couture hits the first free throw.
When you were checking out the bracket on the seating before things got underway in Greensboro,
Couture hits both.
To go all the way. Well, Miami, I think Miami's probably the best team, but you never know in this tournament format. And it's not often that the number one seed.
Joyner waiting for the screen, gets it. He's hedged off. Now he finds Smith. Smith thought about the three between the legs. Got it back over to Joyner. Joyner pulls a three. Joyner's off. And that's going to stay here with State.
With 4:49 to go, it just has the feel of being pretty darn wide open coming in. Yeah, nobody really has got no team in the
State trying to get it in. They get into Duanu. I think that's his name. And now Smith for three is off. Oh, nice ball movement by State. The two bigs go to work, and State scores again. State has controlled this game since the beginning.
38-24.
And the big guy's going to get called for a travel. I think it was Vasily.
Off the offensive rebound, Gant takes it to the basket, draws the defense, and just wraps right around Lynn Kidd. Just a beautiful pass. Got two defenders to commit. NC State is clicking on just about all cylinders in this first half.
One light, trying to get two. We're trying to get 10, but that's going to be a big ask. All right, Joyner with the ball. Between the leg dribble. 14 seconds to shoot. Step back three is good. And Joyner and Smith are showing you guys how you got a point guard and a shooting guard to take over the game. 41-24 is the score. Adula, point guard, being hounded by Marcel. They get it down low to Vasily, and he goes to the basket and scores for Virginia Tech. State quickly takes the ball out, gets it up the court. Joyner with the dribbling display. Finally hands it off to Marcel. Marcel finds Smith way out. They get the ball back over. Get the ball back over to Joyner. Barely misses. That rebound comes off to Badula. He wants to go to the basket. He's going. And it's blocked off the backboard by Duano. Saw him coming. And Smith stops behind the three-point line and splashes it. That boy good, boy. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, because that backcourt, a State is nice. Couture finally found a way to get open, but could not connect. Smith comes out of there with it. Gets it over to Joyner. Joyner not fearing Badula. Screen set, but not really. Finds Marcel. Marcel is fouled. And that is a foul on Couture. Yep, NC State with 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Finding it easy to do whatever they want to right now against Virginia Tech. 44-20, 22, 44-29. All right, we got a timeout. $26.44. There we go. Two people in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you click that like button. Right now, I'm looking at one like. Come on, baby. Help me out a little bit, guys. All right, so we got a timeout. 5 scores. Haven't changed much for Virginia Tech, but boy, for the Wolfpack, they have. But Silly, the big man for Virginia Tech, 5 points. Mutz has 6. Collins and Couture only have 2 points, and Padula with 3. And you're definitely going to have to get Padula and Couture off. They got to get in double figures before Virginia Tech even has a chance. And off the bench has scored 8 points for Virginia Tech. Poteet with 2, Rice with 2, and Kidd with 4. For North Carolina State, the backcourt is doing the job, leading scores, actually leading all scores. No one is going to find this surprising. TaQuavion Smith, I think it's TaQuavion if I'm not mistaken. Smith has 19 points, but Joyner, his partner in crime, has 12 points. Gant 2. Burns 1 point. He is just a little foul trouble. He has 2 fouls. And I don't think we're going to see him anymore in the first half since State has such a big lead. Marcel has 4 points. Dewana has 6. He has 6 and 2 rebounds. Joyner and Smith, that's the way things go these days in basketball. A lot of times we can see the guards having more rebounds than the bigs. And we're back, and Duanu scores again for State. 8 points. And he'll be back next year. Duanu steps to the line and makes the old-fashioned 3-point shots, or 3-point play, excuse me. Another block, this time on Basili. And no one stops Joyner all the way to the basket. And Dewana comes down and scores again. And the big man is in double figures. Basili hands that to Couture. Couture pulls a quick 3. Can't hit it. Can't knock his shot down. He's not able to get anything clean. Smith gets that over to Joyner. He can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. An unlikely turnover by State. Yeah, Joyner just lost it. Couture finds Mutz, and he's fouled on the play. State playing great defense. Mutz misses, and that Loose ball is going to go to State.
Pressing 50 points here. Their offense has been high octane all season long, averaging 78 points a game. This is another level of that tonight.
Joyner coolly rains the ball across the timeline at the tournament logo he's on. Finds Marcel, hands it off to Smith. Back to Joyner, gets to the elbow, and the jumper is off the mark, but the big man, another big man, attacks the basket. That's Gant, or is it Grant? Gant crashes the boards and puts in another two-pointer. Mutz loses the ball, and it is passed ahead to Joyner, and Gant is on the floor.
For 10 to Greg, 6'8" junior, out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And the play continued on without.
Don't know exactly what happened. I don't even remember. I don't know how that ball got out of the court.
26. And we'll look at the replay. Looks like that don't happen. Look, his knee got twisted up here. Yeah, got stepped on by Justin Mutz, and that is an awkward angle.
Yeah. That hurt.
Just inadvertently stepped right on his right foot.
Looks like he's going to be able to get up, though. Yeah, man, that's you hate that because you feel like I'm getting ready to get off in this game right here, and then you get hurt.
Just before halftime.
26-53, 12 seconds left in the first half. North Carolina State dominating this number 6 over number 11. The backcourt can't get a shot off. Everything has been just about like that as far as shooting for Virginia Tech. Could not get those guards in any kind of rhythm. State dominating on all points. The front court and the back court doing most of the damage. Front court attacking the basket, getting loose balls and slamming them through, laying them up, just getting points in the paint. And everybody's getting in on the scoring for State. Only person not getting in the scoring is people who are not getting playing time, and that is going to include Burns. Burns has been in a little foul trouble, and when we say little, we mean he has 2 fouls. Coach did not want him to get that quick third foul, so he hasn't played a lot at all in the game. And that's why he only has 1 point. But the box scores for both teams are silly. 5 points. Mutz has 6. Collins, Couture, and Poteet. You might as well add Rice onto that for Virginia Tech. They all have 2 points. Padula has 2 points, and Kidd has 4. That's it. So the backcourt of Virginia Tech with Couture and Padula, who usually shoot the ball pretty darn well, have not been able to score from the outside, really. Padula is 1 of 6. Couture is 0 of 5 from the field. Hasn't scored yet. For North Carolina State, For North Carolina State, Gant has 4 points off. I guess he started. Burns, again, only 1 point. Only 1 point because he has 2 fouls. T. Smith, 19 points, and his partner in crime in the backcourt, 14 points. So the two guards doing the job right there. Marcel has 4. And off the bench, the big man, Duana, taking the place of Burns, has 11 points. Just looking at North Carolina. North Carolina right in the middle of the pack. Was able to beat Boston College today to move on. But then they have to face Virginia tomorrow. Team stats. State shooting 63.6% still in the first half. Moving on, they're shooting 53.8 from the 3-point line. 50% from the free throw line, not that great, but they are 11 rebounds ahead of Virginia Tech, 21 to 11. They have 11 assists. Turnovers only 3 to Virginia Tech 7. So there it is. There's your facts. There's a tell of the tape right there. And tomorrow we'll see a couple of matchups. 12 o'clock, Wake Forest and Miami. That ought to be a good one. At 2:30, Duke takes on Pitt. That ought to be a good one. And then in the evening, the afternoon and the evening, North Carolina takes on Virginia. And UVA, number 13 in the country, takes on Carolina. And we got to wait and see what happens here tonight. And I think whoever wins that one will get Clemson. Yeah, Clemson, one of the top 4. All right. So now we'll see. We'll see if Coach can go in there and work some magic, throw some things around in the Greensboro Coliseum. You know what? I don't even know if throwing anything around would do any good. Just if you can't get your backcourt open because the defense is so good, and these guys are not getting any easy shots, then they got to figure out a way to get some easy shots. They got to keep attacking the basket. They got to get every loose ball, and then they got to hope that North Carolina State cools down, because those two guards, Smith and Joyner, they're hot. All right, with that said, Flip for Profits, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Michael Smitty, thanks for stopping by. Robert Summers, thanks for coming back, hanging out just a little bit. Think Carolina can beat UVA tomorrow night? I have no doubt they can. They've done it. They proved that they can. But again, it's going to determine which North Carolina team comes out. If we come out and we shoot pretty decent from outside, because that's what we do. We that's what we do. We settle, we shoot from outside. If we can mix it up, shoot from outside, if we can hit our outside shots, we'll be okay. Like I said 2 games ago, if we hit our outside shots, we can play with anyone. All right, nobody's going to hit all the outside shots, but Carolina has been shooting consistently, like maybe 5 for 20 from behind the arc. That's not good, especially with the number of 3-point shots we take. Tonight was a lot better. Like I love that Love, when he had his first chance to shoot, went to the basket. He didn't score the first time, but went to the basket. The outside shots he took tonight, most of those shots, I would give him 90% of those shots were good shots. They were open shots. He didn't force any. It wasn't a whole lot of dribble, and then shoot it anyway. However, I did see Davis do a couple like that. Lucky for us, he hit them. And then Baycott came out and gave us his all. You know what I'm saying? He seems to be okay, right? Still not going to be the same Baycott. He seems to be okay. He did score right after halftime, after going out around the 440-some mark. Yeah, I think they can win too, Robert. But again, it just depends on which Carolina team comes out. We gotta stop. We gotta stop this not sharing the ball. Gotta stop that not sharing the ball. We are a much better team when we move, share the ball. Hey, that double team. If you want to know how to play against a double team, watch State. Because as soon as they see a double team, whoever that guard is or whatever, they're getting the ball to the open guy. That's what you got to do. Because once you do that, the defense is not going to be able to rotate back over and cover everybody. And we did it, and Carolina did it a couple times today. All right, Mark Smith, I sure hope so, Robert. I'm just glad Coach has another heel stream. Yeah. Me too, Michael Smith. Got at least one more. Go Heels. See you tomorrow night. Lord willing. Go Heels. All right, Michael Smitty. The Lord says the same. We'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Thank you all for being here. I'm at least going to give this second half a shot. So do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And let's get ready for the second half. State versus Virginia Tech. All right, Robert. You take it easy, sir. Thank you for stopping by. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Man, but you think we're just not getting to that. Their ball screen coverage is excellent right now. Those are big lead guards. We're just not connected enough defensively, and we're not making it difficult. It is essential we get to them better. Don't give them so much space. And he said, I promise we're going to do a better job here in the second half.
Big lead guards hits again. This is a terrific game. NC State goes to half on a 17-2 run. They get serious. And, you know, you're hitting floaters, runners, threes, step backs, you name it. And then Ebenezer Guana in the first half was fantastic. I won't say Ebenezer. Don't be too many. He had a career high 11 points. He blocked a couple shots. And because of his play, Virginia Tech was screwed. It's tough to say, not just at Christmas time. 55, 28, it'll be Brazilian line. Through two defenders. Anytime you help out with Jeff Butt did there, you're going to have an opening. And that's been few and far between in this game for Virginia Tech. It's been so difficult against NC State's defense to get any openings. And in that first half, Sean Padula and Hunter Couture combined for 1 of 11 from the field. Going to shredding the D with that hand, left hand, and get it to one. Couture only 2 points. Mishanded just by Hudson for 1. He was 8. I like Hunter Couture letting that fly in transition. You get a better shot against NC State early than you can try to grind it out. Because their defense has been excellent. Their outside switches have been timely. Rousseau thinking about it. Shot clock down to 6. And Couture with the rebound. The Hokies are a quality opponent. They've won 19 games. Bucks will line up a long one. Not there for him. But the Wolfpack in the first half is actually just playing with them. This switch is away through. I mean, there's no way you can guard him if he gets 3 steps. He is 23. 9 out of 11 shooting. Gazilli trying to get position behind Burns. He did, and he laid it. Right on the pass. Casey Marcel switched off under Grant Gazilli. He just fronted it. And you just, when you're smaller, you just front and fight. That's exactly what he did. He doesn't look like he should be able to do that. When you watch it on film, you watch it in person, his feet are fantastic. Switched in and a 3-point answer by Padula. They pretty quiet in this one with 6 points. NC State just giving Virginia Tech a little more space in the second half than they did in the first. Winner loses the dribble. Burns on Gazilli. Good pass. Clark will drive it and back into it. Oh, that's all.
It really is. That was good ball movement. State getting anything and everything they want right now. But in the paint.
Inside, but the Hokies right now just trading baskets. They are. And it's awfully difficult to win that way, but at least offensively, what Virginia Tech is doing is getting the ball down more quickly and trying to strike early. Now they need some stops. Easier said than done. And bodying up is Basili trying to chase down Smith. He'll commit the personal, his third. DJ Burns is a lefty. Catches it on the left side of the floor, makes a move, just a spin, little drop step to the basket. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's hard to guard. 16-20 to go. I can stay with him for 3 steps, not 4. Black to the paint. Scoops it in. That's a pretty good. Wolfpack transferred in from LaSalle. Double digits for there. He's a good rebound. Personal skill. He's another guy who gets deflections out there. And he's long. Allen zips it here to the zone. Got to inch a little bit closer. Collins.
Collins.
Into vertical. The shot by Marcel to get a good pressure on that shot. Going to push it. Second safe thing. They're lightning fast. You have to get back on the look. Barnes hustling his way through. Collins with the pick. Leading the charge here for Couture. Couture going in strong.
Couture uses his body. Couture gets on the board. I'm not sure if that's his first score.
Clark lines it up and rattles it for two. You stay with Wire with two on the ball, and then Jeff Clark just sort of pick and pop and drills a three up. Then the story of the night, Wolfpack getting from way downtown over and over and over again. And just thrown away by Padula, but there's nobody home. They took it over 8 times in this one. 66-40. All Wolfpack so far tonight.
Up next, deli with some Hot Pockets. Ham and cheese on delicious bread and hot sauce.
move. You give him 9.
It's so difficult to guard NC State because the floor is so spread. That opens up driving lanes, and Jack Clark taking advantage of it in the second half.
Ups to the paint, and 1. You need a lot more of that. Justin Lutz, the 6'7" senior from New Jersey, with the basket. He's got a dozen. Fred got injured earlier, and here he is on crutches.
That is not good to see. He got his first start of the year against Duke back in January. He is an important piece of this NC State puzzle with his ability to guard and rebound.
And a good passer, too. 68-45, the Pack. Dominating effort so far here tonight. Much like North Carolina against Boston College. Russell from the corner short. Three-pointer's been a huge part of the attack there. 8 out of 16. Much like all the way from 2.
NC State was not stopping the ball. First 7 minutes of the second half. They takes up this big lead.
Now, 4 different NC State shooters have hit a three-pointer today. So to your point, who do you guard? They got to go.
Jumped in front of the roller tag. DeWan as he rolls to the basket, and that opened up an offensive rebound lane for Casey Marcel. Give NC State credit. They don't quit on any play.
Bumps around the back. It's kicked right to Kidd into the paint. Literally kicked.
How many deflections has NC State had tonight? They always have a goal of 40. Kevin Keats is a Rick Pitino guy, and that was a big stat for Rick Pitino. It's getting deflection. Shows how active your defense is. And if you chart it, you can coach it.
You and I were chatting before the game as Couture gets to about the difference from when you played in this tournament at Duke years ago and players today playing, 3 or 4 consecutive days. I mean, players today have the ability because, the training methods, medicine, everything have come so far. It's going to go the other way. The players feel so much pressure in 20, 30 years ago.
All the technology with rest and recovery, and all the players wear monitors of all their vitals, so they know exactly what to get them as far as their hydration. Nutrition is so much better. Back in the day, they gave us a slice of pizza and said, get some rest. It's so different now. But these players have to do more, too. I mean, they're for a big guy now, back in the 80s, before, you had to, as a big guy, you had to wrestle your guy for position at the free throw line all down. These guys are guarding 3-4 ball screens of possession. It's amazing, the activity level.
Yeah, that recovery begins the moment they leave the floor.
Mine begins at the bar.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. When you
The boys on the bench, they happy because they might get some playing time tonight. Oh, Padula hits the three.
Off of those screens, you can't go off the knee because he'll just stop the pop.
He gets up to this as a reminder of how amazing the Hokies block was last year in this tournament. Felt like it came out of nowhere. On the drive, a slip shot by Joyner.
That was a 30-foot drive by Jocko Joyner. In that run last year, you got Kevin Luma, who started out at Wofford. Mike Counter as the coach had some great teams. Fletcher McNeil or one of the great names in college.
That foul's going to be on.
That is a future meteor.
It's going to be on State.
Storm Murphy.
52-75. 10 minutes, 28 seconds left.
It's got a name. Other meteorologists changed their name too. 23-13 last year.
Padula gets in, wants to get it right back. Not able to. Kid now finds Padula. Padula nearly double team, still dribbling the ball, needs to move it. Thinks he wants to take it himself. He's getting pushed, throws a wild shot up. Thought he should have gave that up earlier. State was number 24. Who was that? Ross. Ross' shot was missed, but followed up by Smith, who has another point. Mutz pulls up. It's short. Rebound Ross.
Who was the meteorologist you grew up with? Bruce Schweigler.
Joyner drilling that ball. Has a good handle on it. Now he finds Smith back to Joyner. He's going to take Mutz by himself. He's got Mutz dancing. Gets to the basket, shoots it up with his left hand. And that one is short, but he's fouled on the play. The kid can't be stopped. And great handling. Great ball handling skills, if you ask me. Joyner at the line, he hits the first. Coach tells Burns to get in the game. He's walking back and forth like he is behind 20-some odd points. It'll be 26 points. Virginia trailing North Carolina State now, 27 points.
No future in it. The pressure here from NC State, leading 79.
State putting a little bit of full court pressure. Still playing hard with a huge lead. Coach getting them prepared for the rest of this tournament. They expect to be at the end.
News coming out of Greensboro today was at the end as a Syracuse loss to Wake Forest. Jim Boeheim gave a fascinating couple of answers that were hard to decipher.
Jim Boeheim, no longer the coach at Syracuse. Couture for three.
Going away speech, my retirement speech, but they missed it. And then about an hour and a half after that, the university announced that was the end for Jim Boeheim.
It had to be a little cryptic as a retirement speech if everybody missed it.
Everybody gets that wrong.
Burns with the ball outside. He's fouled. Fouled early.
And with over 1,000 wins, it's actually over 1,100.
Nobody's going to miss. Well, nobody in North Carolina is going to miss Boeheim because of what he said a couple of years ago about the ACC tournament being held here. Burns is going to be fouled again.
To play at Syracuse, I'm a Syracuse guy, and I can tell you what it's like in the wintertime. To have those guys come year after year to Jim recruit the way he did and make them the teams they were, I thought that was amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And I'm already a member for the last
So State's going to have the ball down on their end. They get it into Big Burns. Number 10, getting a little playing time, getting a little burn for him. North Carolina say that's pass, or is it pass? He's waiting for his shot. Skip pass to him. He shoots it, and it's good. Excuse me, that's pass.
Everybody in on the act for the Wolfpack tonight. Great pass, and he was a high school football player, but he was either hand around the basket, good defender. NC State's depth is impressive. They can keep
And Virginia Tech just throws it away. Their offense or their game just hasn't been on point tonight. Just hadn't been on point tonight. State moving bodies in and out of the game. Everybody being effective each time a new person comes in. They get it to Burns this time. This time he's on the right side of the court. Tries to skip past it across. Is stolen. Doing a little bit too much, big man. Vasily misses, and Ross tries to do a fancy, well, not really a fancy pass, but could have just held on to that ball, been more fundamental, and it turned into a three-point basket for Virginia Tech. Now State settles it down a little bit. They get it to pass. Now they get it to the big man Burns. Burns gets to the free throw line. He finds Paz in the corner. Paz hits another three. Oh my gosh. He's unconscious. Yeah. Next dead ball be good to see exactly the percentage State shooting from the three-point line. And then Kidd comes back and hits another one for Virginia, 61-85. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. Smith is fouled on the play. So speaking of dead balls, we got one right here. Might as well take a look. Well, we got a little time. Go to the team stats. Team stats. Man, the Wolfpack is actually shooting even better than they did at halftime. 65.4 from the field. They are 11 of 20 from behind the arc for 55%. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. They're not shooting very good from the free throw line, though, 60%. They're 6 for 10. They are rebounding. Virginia Tech 28-17. 18 assists to Virginia Tech's 11 assists. Steals, both teams have 4 turnovers. State only has 7. It's 7-10, by the way. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's look at the leading score. Two leading scores for both teams would be for Virginia Tech, Baselli with 10 and Mutz with 15 for North Carolina State. Smith has 28 and Joyner has 18. I think I would be remiss if I did not say Dewana has 11 points and 4 rebounds. The North Carolina State. Wow, wait a minute. North Carolina State has such a big lead in the first half, you may not be able to tell from what you see right now. But Virginia Tech has outscored North Carolina State in the second half by 3 points. Yeah. The bad thing about it is North Carolina State outscored Virginia Tech by 27. Yeah, I think it's 27 in the first half. So Well, this one's 17,000. It's not too shabby at all, right there.
Of course, you see David Thompson, one of the greats of NC State. It's hard to believe it's been 40 years since they won that national championship. But Thurl Bailey, one of the leading scorers on that team, told us he sees some real similarities with what's going on now at NC State.
Thurl Bailey. I like this one too. That's nice. Huh?
NC State brought all of the living members of that organization back. 40-year anniversary. They were back on campus 2 weeks ago, and they did get to talk to this team and share their experiences, share what it took. And Thurl Bailey said he's been very impressed by what he's seen there. Really likes the coach, really likes this young team, and makes me feel old now. Very special that we get to memorialize it. So
you're not alone on that one, Holly. Hard to believe. I mean, I look at David Thompson and think I used to have a David Thompson poster on my wall when I was a kid. One of my all-time favorite players. And him up there and Marcus Johnson up there. Yeah, we're old with David Foster and Marcus Johnson.
All right, we'll look at a little bit more of this. Only 6 minutes and 35 seconds left. I think that was Couture with missed shot, and Joyner comes down, does a great job. None of his teammates there. He pulls it back out. Finds Burns. Burns kicks it.
What a huge mistake that was by the NCAA. But Thurl Bailey was a great player. I mean, he's a senior now, as a freshman. I had to guard him a few times, and it was not pleasant. He is not only a great player, but one of the nicest human beings you've ever met in your life. Interesting. You can watch a clip like that. You can tell you've never met him. Well, above 66 Big 12 men's championship bracket. And the Big 12, proudly considered the best league in all of college basketball, led by number 1 Kansas. They've got West Virginia tomorrow, 3 o'clock at ESPN.
All right, one person in the house. Hey, I don't know who it is, but I would definitely like to thank you for hanging out this long. Could be Ken, could be just someone that's just decided to hang out. But I think I am going to go ahead and pack it in and get ready for tomorrow.
That's a league that just has no bottom. It's amazing.
But I did want to say thank you for well, there's 3 people in here now, so let me hang on just a second. Maybe we can wait. Maybe we can wait it out. Maybe we can wait out a few more minutes. 5 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock. Maybe Virginia Tech go on a run here.
I think Derek Ann is still upset when Derek Whittenburg put up that shot that Lorenzo Charles bumped in to win the championship. He was wide open on the right night. And Whittenburg didn't even look. They didn't even look. They still go to the pass. He's with Justin Gainey recently. He's on Rick Barnes' staff. And Justin Gainey's something really good player, by the way. But Justin was talking about being on the list of the all-time great NC State point guards.
Poti hits both of his free throws. 63-87 is the score. Carolina State in no hurry. This is Joyner with the ball. Fall away jumper is good. 89 points. North Carolina State trying to score 100 tonight. They're only 11 points away. Poteet catches it, slams it through, falls a little awkwardly, but I think he'll be okay. It's a big kid. He's fouled on the play. Look at Derek. Gann was wide open, wasn't he?
see the celebration and Jimmy B racing around with some of the hug and all that. Don't forget what a monumental upset that was. A staggering upset. I don't think anybody outside of the NC State family thought that the Wolfpack was going to win that game. I mean, they're going against Mark Jeffler to keep alive on. Michael Young,
Yeah, I remember that game. That was like, wow. I couldn't believe they won. But they did everything they had to do to win it. Joyner with a spin move. Blows by his guy, kicks it. One more pass. Foul on the play.
Fans in attendance in Greensboro, they just want to celebrate tonight. It's a late evening as it is. Playing their way on into the quarterfinals. Milano picks up foul number 3. And to the other end, it'll be Basile Shoe, where he made 70%. He's been playing exceptionally well here over the last month and a half.
Basile hits the first free throw.
J.C. Morcell about to come back to the floor for Kevin Keats. Now, at one point late in the season, for the first time since 1982, NC State was ranked in the top 25, and both North Carolina and Duke were not. The first time NC State had been in the AP.
State vaults it up, gets the ball in Joyner's hand. 4 minutes and 43 seconds left.
Top 25. At this point, here's
Smith.
30-point game for him. Clark steps back.
Clark step back, no good. Rebound. Kid. Hold up, is that Kid? No, that's Rice, excuse me. Rice takes a long 3. Air ball. Oof.
And 4:22 showing.
You think about Virginia Tech, and this team was 11-1 before Hunter Couture got injured with that.
3 likes. Wow. Okay.
He went out. That sort of stopped him.
3 likes, not bad at all.
Facility really came on, but you think about what might have been if Couture been healthy all year long.
Carolina State with the ball.
Able to return as Clark.
Looks like it's going to be an illegal screen, but maybe not because the ball stays here. Nobody's moved yet. And it was called on State. So Ross was the ball to Padula. High screen set. Padula gets into the lane. Passes that to the corner. That's Ross, I think, for 3. 70-89. State still with a very, very comfortable lead, but it doesn't look that bad right now because it's 70-89, but State scores right here. It will be in the 90s. Skip pass over to Joyner. Joyner drives the baseline, tries to kick it, doesn't go. Ross picks it up, gets it to Padula. Padula throws it to no one in particular. State gets it, 3-on-1 dunk by, who was that, Markin? Number 5, Clark. Ross with another 3, short, rebound, OT again, back to Ross, and this time he hits it. 17-point lead, 91-73.
Although he has 11, 2.5 to play.
Maybe an 18-point lead. Ball's deflected. With 2 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock, a timeout is called. 73-91 is our score. All right, so the correct score is Virginia Tech 73, North Carolina State 91. And with a little under 2 minutes left, a little bit more than 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 48 seconds left. It looks like State will win this one. They've been dominating this since square one. We've done enough looking at the box scores. Maybe if I'm still here in 2 minutes and 42 seconds, we will look at the final box scores. Stats, you can basically tell what that is. But I would like to thank everyone who has been here hanging out with me tonight. Hope you have enjoyed. Definitely got another one coming up tomorrow night. Virginia versus North Carolina.
Yes. Fix Finder, the most complete free warning label from Wolfpack. Verified fixes. All right, everybody. So what the hell leaves? The sick guy. Yeah, they came on the your SUV is a multi-purpose tool. Like these Cooper walking trucks. And with dual sidewalls, it's like having a multi-tool that can look like it's completely different. After our review, can you guys still hear me? Yeah. I still know what you're saying. Something about me. That's all I know. I heard something about talking about
All right, guys. This game is in the books basically. So just a quick look for Virginia Tech. Leading scorers are going to be Basile and Mutz. Basile right now, Basile, 11 points. Mutz, 15. And for all intents and purposes, wow, wait a minute. Rice off the bench with 17. For all intents and purposes, this is the last game for the Hokies. That is it for them. End of the season. For North Carolina State, they move on. Smith had 30, Joyner 20, Dewana and Clark both had 11 points apiece. For State, just a couple of things. State shot 61% from the field. Virginia Tech 48, which is not bad, but State at times could not miss. 3-point shooting, State 45 to Virginia's 37. State out-rebounded Virginia Tech. Free throws weren't that great for State. They were 8 out of 12 for 66.7. Virginia Tech 84.2, 16 out of 19. But both teams did a great job sharing the ball. 19 to 14 assists, State. And State ended up with 8 turnovers to Virginia Tech's 12. And there's the end of the game right there with the score. 77 to 97. State did a good job. Again, like the commentator said, from wire to wire, led this game. Never relinquished the lead there once they got it. Let's get this score completely right. There, 77-97, 20-point lead. What's up, Ruben? Ruben 47-49. Oklahoma State is whooping Oklahoma tonight. For anyone interested, I think Oklahoma's coach is going to be in the hot seat next year. Yep. I appreciate that, Ruben. So State moves on. State, I did not get a chance to see exactly who State is going to be playing. Let me take a look. Yeah, look, those guys right there, that backcourt they got, Joyner and Smith, man, it's just crazy. Those guys, that's a duo and a half. So we got moving on. Wake Forest will be playing Miami tomorrow. Miami #1 in the conference. Wake Forest #9. Pitt ended up beating Georgia Tech. So they are going to be meeting Duke, the Capel's old stomping ground, Duke, tomorrow. And that will be #4 playing #5. North Carolina beat Boston College. They're going to be playing #2 Virginia. That's #2 in the conference. Carolina's #7. And State draws Clemson. State #6 is going to be playing Clemson tomorrow. That should be a good one. That's going to be, once again, State going to have the late game. Carolina's going to have the 7 o'clock game. So it's Carolina, Virginia. Make sure you join me tomorrow. Definitely going to watch the first one. And then we'll see about the next one, Clemson and North Carolina State. That Duke game at 2:30 might be interesting to watch. It's a possibility. I might do a pop-up stream and get on that. But definitely check me out 7 o'clock with the Carolina. Oklahoma State will be dangerous next year. Where they got a great coach, like dude named Boynton. Boynton. I had to look him up. Tournament time is fun. Yeah, it is, Ruben. It really is. And we'll see. It'll get real fun. It'll get real fun if my boys can beat Virginia again. Hey, no one expected Carolina to beat Duke. Two or three times last year? Definitely 2 times last year. Didn't expect that, but it happened. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will be seeing you guys tomorrow sometimes. Appreciate you. It's been Coach Gary. Oh, if you're in North Carolina, man, stay warm tomorrow. It's supposed to get cool again. I think all weekend. In fact, it's supposed to be cool for like the next, 4 or 5 days. And after that, I think we're good. We're home free. All right, Ruben. Hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.